Okay, we are on to our next challenge. Next, we're going to click the cheese challenge. We're going to go to this project here, so go ahead and click that. And we are going to create our own variable in this project. Before, our variable was there to choose. We chose the answer variable, and it was a simple program that just repeated the data back to us, what we had entered, the user had entered. Now we're going to try to create our own and use it to keep score for our little game. So if we go inside of this project, you'll see the idea is you're supposed to be able to click the cheese. Nothing happens. There's no programming attached to this cheese. So we're going to start by first making our variable so that we can have some data that's used in our game. We're going to go to the data block category for this one. And you see when you go there, there really aren't any blocks to choose from. This is where you would go to create your variable. So we're going to make a variable. We're going to call this one score. Before ours was called answer and it was already given to us, so now we're making our own. And now that we've made it, we have some options of how we would like that data to be used. Notice again the check mark in the box next to score. You see there's a score up in the corner, just like we did with the answer. If you uncheck it, it disappears. I would guess most times when you want to keep score, you want to be able to show that to the user, so you would want to keep it checked. We will still need a green flag in order to reset our game at the beginning, even though we're going to actually also need a click when the sprite is clicked, because that's when the user will be able to score a point. So we're going to pull out 2 event blocks because we need to attach something different to each. So if we go back to our data, we need to choose what information from the score we want to happen when each of these events starts. So when the green flag is clicked, we'd like our game to be reset. So we are going to choose set score to 0. And once again, that could be personalized anyway, depending on your game. Maybe you didn't want it set back to 0. Or a different part of the game, it might need to be reset to something else. And when the sprite is clicked, we want to change our score by 1. Now if we had more variables here, we could apply this to any of them, but we just have the one that's score right now. If you wanted to increase by 5s or 10s or whatever you were doing in your game, of course that could be done too. So let's give it a try. Green flag is clicked, we're on 0. Let's see what happens when we click our sprite. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I can run my score up as long as I'm clicking there. If I click someplace else, nothing happens, so I know it's working right. If I want it to be reset, I'll click my green flag, and there I'm back to 0. So now you've just created a very simple click the cheese game. Go ahead and give that a try.